Closed captioning for The Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today it is fabulous fresh cut trees from Wintergreen Farm in Manaway. And I prepare the perfect holiday cookie, pistachio cranberry. But first, the Festival of Trees at the McKinley Memorial in Niles. One of my absolute favorite buildings in the region is the McKinley Memorial Museum, right here in downtown Niles. It is so beautiful year-round. Christmas time is decorated inside and outside. And I'm here with the museum director, Belinda Weiss, and we're here for the Festival of Trees.
Yes, yeah.
And this is a wonderful idea where you have really gotten the community together.
Yes, that was the whole idea behind it, to get the community, and not only in Niles, but then surrounding communities, and then I've ventured into Mahoney County as well, so we have a number of trees from...
So you just, send out solicitations and said, hey, this is what's happening, and that's how you got them?
I made a lot of phone calls.
I mean, I'm gonna just steal this.
I know, isn't it
right?
beautiful?
Isn't this a beautiful wreath?
Oh, I know.
You need a Christmas present for Stacy? Yes, I do. Like, I would just steal this. I won't say a word.
Yeah, no, this is one that just, they just finished this yesterday, Elby's Floral, which is right here in Niles, but I think too, just a great photo op for families.
Yeah, you know what? So it's not all trees. I mean, some of these are just decorations, and this is outstanding.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I love the coffee tree.
Well, yeah, this is a new coffee shop that opened across the street.
Yes.
And, you know, I approach them whenever they open. I'm like, hey, I could help promote you, you promote me. And so, yeah, we've done a really good job. They pass out my brochures, I pass out theirs. But yeah, I mean, I love their cadence cups there as ornaments. I mean, that's just,
they're very festive.
It is,
You know, the steelworkers tree.
I
think
know.
that is adorable. I love the hard hat on top.
I know. Yeah, it's just, that's a new one this year. They hadn't done one in the past, so it was, yeah.
I like to think of the steelworkers coming in and erecting their tree.
Oh, they did. They came in and they had it up.
With the steel stars. I mean, that is really clever.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And this is such a fabulous idea, the Panhellenics.
Yeah, and this is their flower. Sunflower is their association flower. So this is, you know, we see that, of course, on the top of the tree, throughout it, and the tree skirt as well.
Now this is beautiful, this fiber optic tree.
Yes, yeah, and this is a very patriotic. This is the Sons of the American Revolution. The Mahoning Valley chapter was the ones that put this up. And this partnership with us goes back to, I would say, July, whenever I first acquired their flag collection, which you can kind of see in the backdrop behind the trees here.
That is extensive.
There's 110 flags there. All of them belong to a man named Samuel Hubbard Scott. And he was a member of the Sons of the American Revolution and left it to that organization after he passed away. And McKinley himself was a member of the John Stark Edwards chapter of SAR.
And I really like that Belinda put her own aluminum tree in, which I'm going to steal. Because I love this. This was the tree of my childhood, you know, the sexy aluminum tree.
Well, yeah,
and she's got the color wheel.
You gotta have the color wheel.
I mean,
you gotta have the color wheel.
And this is your girlfriend that has all these shiny bright
yes,
vintage ornaments.
that is Sonia Kegley is the one that was physically the one that did the decorating here, and her husband John was the kind of overseer and making sure everything went in the right place. I have to give him credit too. But yeah, they are actually helpers at the Arms Museum, so they've helped Anthony over the years too with his decorating. This is our largest tree. It's a 12-foot tree, and this one is symbolic of the two churches coming together just to show unity with each other. Members of the First Presbyterian Church of Warren absorbed some of the members of the Niles Presbyterian Church whenever that closed, and so this was important to them to be able to put this up to show that coming together of those two churches. So this is the McDonald Historical Society. They have been putting one up for several years, and he always includes the train, which is a big hit. And one of the things I like about this too is it's a memoriam of a friend of his, and then he also leaves it open that if any kids want to, I guess, make the train run, he allows them to take control of the transformer. So this tree was just put up yesterday. Allison and Pete, who represent the mayor's office, Mayor Steve, came in and decorated this, and they're very supportive of everything that we do here. They supported us just recently when we did the Halloween walk, so then they continue to be a big support of things that we have here. This tree was one of the first ones that went up. The Niles Community Services put this up, and it's all gold, all angels. It's just beautiful.
And this is adorable.
Yes. Yeah, the Niles Historical Society put this up. They always focus on a different theme in relation to Niles history every year, and this year it's Niles sports. Carl Artier, and I'm not sure if I pronounced his name correctly or not, has been very helpful since I first started, just to give me a number of contacts. And this is one of the things that he focuses on is buildings. He makes these models and adds all the embellishments himself.
The trees are gorgeous, and this was really nice that so many people came together.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. It took a lot of organizing, just a lot of phone calls, but everyone just it came through, and they were happy to be a part of it. And it just, it just, like I said, the idea of community outreach and just bringing community together and counties together. So
well, originally this auditorium was built for public gatherings.
Exactly.
And I mean, you have done that in bringing all these people together to share in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, and I would like to see this continue to grow, and eventually for there just not to be any room left whatsoever. There's just trees everywhere.
Exactly. Can't even get through it all.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
We're gonna have to get more power outlets. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Rob, I really love the holidays at Kamara's.
Yeah,
All the lights,
the shopping,
families coming together,
finding deals,
giving to others,
discounts,
baking cookies,
specials,
love, joy, cheer,
sales.
family just always being around,
Aww.
just there, saying things.
And presents.
Get real, get Kamara.
Woolley Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Woolley Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
I'm all about local, and my bank is Farmers National Bank. Farmers is the true hometown bank in the Mahoning Valley, standing strong for our local families and businesses since 1887. Farmers is also future-focused with a lab branch, interactive teller machines, and best-in-class mobile mortgage app. We've all learned the value of local relationships, businesses, and communities. Switch to Farmers.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
The perfect gift, Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, the best food in the Valley. For every $50 you spend on gift cards, you get a free $10 bonus card. Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, Route 224 in Boardman, and their new location on Route 46 in Howland. Bob Staley is the owner of Wintergreen Tree Farm. And I found Bob through the Our Ohio magazine from the Farm Bureau. And they did a whole nice thing on you with the trees and the chestnuts. And now here we are in Manaway at your tree farm. How many acres do we have out here?
There's a little bit shy of 90 acres here.
This is just, it is very bucolic. I mean, this is just what a tree farm should look like. How many kinds do you grow? What types?
I have Fraser fir, Canaan fir, then I've got blue spruce, Norway spruce, Serbian spruce, Meyer spruce, and white spruce.
What made you get into the tree farm business?
Well, I always liked trees, and when I was a little kid, I think my grandparents taught me about trees and forestry and that kind of thing. They were really into it and got me interested in chestnut trees, and I thought I would be a forester. And when I went to college, I studied that for a while, and then I found out foresters weren't making any money.
but they do a lot of good.
They do a lot of good. But I ended up graduating with a different degree, and then I went into the roofing business and always wanted to get back into it. And I finally bought this farm and started planting Christmas trees because I thought that's a way I could probably make money. Planting or growing little trees at least.
And I mean, obviously it's worked out. You've been in this business since what, the 80s?
Yes, yep. We bought the farm in 86 and started planting in the spring of 87.
Jeez, like how many trees do you sell usually on average per year?
It varies a lot. It can go from anywhere from maybe 1,500 to maybe 3,000 trees.
Shoot, and then you've got to replenish that the next spring.
Yeah. And
so I mean, it is really year-round job.
Yeah. And it's tough to get started in the business because in the beginning, you're planning that every year and then not getting any money. And you've got the full-blown expenses of running a Christmas tree farm, and you're still years away from ever seeing a penny come in.
It's kind of like the vineyards, these great people, they got to drop them for so many years. Now the chestnuts, I'm really interested in those, but we're going to come back.
Okay.
Right in the fall,
yes,
because that's when things are full bloom there.
Yeah, I want you to come see that because we'll have the people picking chestnuts. We've got a you-pick chestnut orchard up here.
I cannot wait to see this. I had no idea that in Ohio you could grow chestnuts.
Yeah, well, it's not easy. I can tell you that.
I want to hear all about that. Let's talk about tree preservation. Mm-hmm. Everyone says like Karo syrup or sugar, or they buy those gels. Mm-hmm. What really do you need to do once you get a live tree in your home?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that because Michigan State University did a study on that, and they found that just plain water is as good or better than any of those different treatments. And they included ones like aspirin and
aspirin, that's one.
And all of these other things that people do.
And all it is water.
Just water. Water is the best.
Compromise is always makes for a successful marriage. This year, instead of a fir, I am going to go with the blue spruce. That is what Ken wants.
Okay.
And that is what Ken will get.
I'm glad we have this on tape. I'm going to be running this back all throughout the
Okay. We're going blue.
I mean, this is a special blue spruce. I mean, you could just tell.
I know. I'm going to have to use really heavy-duty gloves when I put the lights on. Okay, so what do you think, Phil? All right, this is going in Julio's house. I love it. It looks good. It's healthy on the inside. I don't see any squirrels or bugs.
Yeah.
Ken, you finally got your blue spruce.
Yes, thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate
can I shake your hand on that? I thought you did an excellent job.
I'm here for marriage counseling and all types of advice, how to get what you want from your wife.
Okay. We'll be right back with more local flavor. Well, I am here with Rude the Dude from the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Change of season, that means updated menu.
Yes, we just came out with our new menu. We got some old favorites and twist on the new things. Our fall drink menu is out, coming soon also. But we got a lot of things going on with the change of the season here.
And what about football on Sundays? All these screens, this is a happening place.
Yes, we are now the home of the Youngstown Browns backers. We're open every Sunday from 12 to 8 with some great drink specials. So if you're a Browns fan, it's the place to be.
And don't forget, I hate to mention it, but the holidays are just around the corner.
Yep, right around the corner, and we have our catering season coming. So we have our banquet hall, holds up to 150, good for family Christmas parties, work Christmas parties. And if you can't come here, we can do the cooking for you and bring it to you.
Remember, always think about the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery for all your occasions.
Hit the road in the all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander from Boardman Mitsubishi. Drive one today starting at $26,995. Plus, get the confidence of an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The summer sales event at Boardman Mitsubishi. Going on now.
Donate now. GavaCamp has a generous family that will match every dollar you donate. Help us build a barrier-free educational camp for our friends with special needs. Visit our website or call for more details. Giving is living.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Today I'm going to share with you a borrowed recipe. My buddy Martin comes to visit and he brings me these cookies. They were delicious. They had the dried cranberries in it and pistachios, and they were just delicious. So I said, well, I need the recipe for these. He said, they're so easy. Let me get you the recipe. And then it winds up that he got them from a girlfriend of his, and then she got it from Gourmet Magazine. They are called cranberry pistachio cookies. How easy is that? For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup unsalted butter softened, 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of finely grated orange zest, 1/2 cup of shelled pistachios, not the dyed red ones, 1/3 cup of dried cranberries, 1 egg lightly beaten, and 1/4 cup of decorative sugar, preferably coarse. Well, I've made a few modifications. The recipe only called for like 1/2 teaspoon of the grated orange zest. I think the orange zest adds a lot. So I just use the orange zest from an entire orange. And it probably winds up to be about 1.5 teaspoons. And I don't think it varies the flavor at all. Before we start mixing, I am just going to put the salt and the cinnamon, the dry ingredients together, and mix these. Now, I did sift my flour. And now we will take the 3/4 cup of softened, unsalted butter, and we'll put that in the bowl here of the mixer. And we'll throw in the orange zest and the sugar. Remember, there's only 6 tablespoons of sugar. That's not very much for a cookie. So we'll just put this on medium, and we are going to blend this until fluffy. It'll be about 3 or 4 minutes. All right, so the cookie batter is nice and fluffy. It smells so good with the orange zest, and it's such a pretty color. And now I'm gonna put this on low, and we will add 1/3 of the dry ingredients. In different intervals. So we'll start with that, and we'll just do this until it's combined. I just love my stand mixer. My mother-in-law she got a new one, gave me her old one, and I love it. I never had one before, and I just use it more than you can imagine. Now we'll add the rest of it. And we just mix this until it becomes all clumpy and together, because you don't want to overmix the cookie dough. And now we're going to add the pistachios. I chop them up a little bit, not real fine, but spread them out a little bit. And then the dried cranberries. You can chop those up too, but those might not be as necessary. And all I'm gonna do is just put this on low and blend it up real good, about 1 minute. So I've gotten all of the dough, and just work it a little bit with your hands if it's a little crumbly. And I've taken it out of the mixing bowl. And then what you're gonna do is just cut it in half. So separate. I'll put this one back in the bowl. So you want it to be about 1.25 inches round, and spread it out and try to work it. I'm not doing very good. Use the wax paper to help you roll it out a little bit. But now they want it to be a bar, not round. So now that you have it in the paper, you are going to square it off. See? So they're like 2 bars of dough. We'll wrap it up, and then I'll put it in some plastic wrap, and I will put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. So what I'm going to do first is use the egg wash and just brush all the sides of the box, whatever you want to call these, and just make sure there's enough to catch the sugar. Don't worry about the ends. And then you pour, I love this sugar. It's beautiful. It's coarse, and it has like gold. It's called cupcake gems. But you could use any coarse sugar. What is it, the turbinado? A lot of people like to use that. Just roll the bars in the sugar. And they don't have to be super coated with this. And then what we're gonna do is slice them. Forget the ends because they're a little funky, but about 1/4 inch. That is about as thick as these cookies should be. I'll put them in the oven. Let's start at 12 minutes. And at 6 minutes, take them, turn them around, switch their place so they're evenly baked, and then start checking again in another 6. It should be about 12 minutes. You don't want these to over bake. See, you just want them brown on the edges. Aren't they a nice looking cookie? And as soon as you can, you don't want them to cook any further because they do turn quickly. So, Jelaine, you haven't had these cookies.
No, I've been waiting for these all day.
I know. And they are really, really good. I love the way they're not perfect, but they are so nice. And then see, I use the pretty sugar crystals and see it has like little gold on it. So tell me what you think.
Oh, they're delicious.
Not super sweet, not a lot of sugar, but for the pistachios and the cranberries, I think these would also be good with dried cherries.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Traverse City makes.
Yes, like the Michigan ones. Just go to my website for the pistachio cranberry cookies. You are going to love them. Cheers. And a nice cup of coffee. Always works well. CaseyMaloneShow.com. Enjoy. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.